So for today's lesson, I would like to go over symbols. And so let's take a few minutes here to talk about symbols, what they are, and how they're going to relate to the current novel that we are reading, which is The Outsiders. So symbols are objects, characters, figures, and colors used to represent ideas. We see symbols all over the place, every walk of life. They're in front of us whether we want to notice them or not. So can you describe what a symbol is in your life? It can be a symbol that has hidden meaning within yourself. It can be a symbol that is maybe hung in your home. It could be a symbol that you tattooed onto your body. If there's a certain symbol, start to think and describe to yourself what that symbol is and how it affects your life. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a quick online search for symbols, just random symbols that are out in the universe. So the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to go to Google and we will search for symbols. And let's click on images, and you can automatically see everything that starts to come up, whether it be meanings, ancient, cool, so on and so forth. So for example, we can kind of scroll down and see all the different types of symbols. Indian symbols, religious symbols. One symbol that we're going to look into in a little bit more detail is, let's look at traffic symbols. These are all symbols that we take for granted on a daily basis. So let's click on one. One way, do not enter, stop. There's a stop light with a green light, yellow light, red light. There is a crosswalk with two people walking through. These are all symbols that we take for granted every single day. Not always does a symbol have to have greater, deeper meaning that is so profound. Sometimes it can be very simple that we just take it for granted. And these are some of the symbols that we have in our lives all the time. Another symbol that we can search for would be religious symbols. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Excuse me. Right away, we have Christian, Catholic. We have different names. There's a yin yang sign. We have for Christianity, for Judaism. The amount of different types of symbols there are is amazing. What about recycling symbols? Universal symbols, symbols that are used all across the world that we can use and go anywhere. We understand that if we are backpacking in Europe and we see this symbol, we understand that we can put recyclables into that trash unit. So moving past, just a quick online search of what different symbols can be, how some can be very deep and meaningful, like religious symbols, or some can be very obvious, like traffic symbols. I want you to spend some time, exactly 10 minutes. I want you to have a timer, and we're going to do a quick write. I want you to write continuously throughout the time. So have the timer ready to go. Make sure that you write the whole time. Even if you pause for a second and kind of catch your breath, keep going. I want you to explain a symbol that is in your life. Some starter questions to kind of jog your memory. What does the symbol mean? How long ago did you learn about this symbol? Why is it important? Has it changed meaning over your lifespan? Is it a symbol that maybe your family uses? Maybe it has to do with your heritage. Maybe it's a symbol that has to do with extracurricular activities like a sport that you play. So think about a different symbol and go ahead and spend exactly the next 10 minutes writing about it, because I want to go over these and have some people share if they would like to tomorrow in class. So if you could, please press pause on this video and spend 10 minutes doing your quick write. So now that you guys are back from your quick write exercise, I want to correlate how symbols are used in the novel that we were reading in The Outsiders. The Outsiders is the novel that we spend plenty of time going through, and there's all sorts of different types of symbols that are in there. Your assignment is to find 3 symbols in the Outsiders and be ready for a think, pair, share exercise tomorrow in class. What I want you to be able to do is search the book. I would like it to not be as general as a stop sign or something like that. I want it related to the meaning of the book, whether it is a symbol that has to do with the group of the Outsiders, if it has to do with associates, if it has to do with status, if it has to do with anything that you can correlate between a symbol and how it relates to the book. And tomorrow we will have our think, pair, share exercise so you guys can work together. So please spend some time to get yourself prepared for our class tomorrow. Have a good night, and I will talk to you then.